Okay, you guys, I am Kelli DeWispelare, and we're here tonight with my friend Tara Mylander, and we're gonna film and send straight to your home a awesome ab-tastic yoga flow. So feel free to use this if you're traveling in, staying in a hotel, if you're busy at home some morning, and while the husband and kiddos are still sleeping, this is your chance to get up and flow. So let's roll, Tara. I'll have you start in child's pose. So your big toes will come to touch and your knees will be out wide on the mat, walking and elongating your arms away from you, and then really allowing your hips to melt heavy onto your heels, just finding some length in the spine. And we'll settle into a deep breath here. Your deep breath, your Ujjayi breath, is in and out through the nose. Let's try and focus on getting to a count of 5 or 6 with every inhale, and that same count of 5 to 6 with every exhale breath. And we'll stay here for 2 more. And on your next inhale breath, I'll have you rise up onto all 4s, really pressing and rooting your hands into the mat and the feet behind you. And you'll have just 4 rounds here of cat and cow to really lengthen and warm through the spine. So as you inhale, have you reach your heart forward and look up. As you exhale, the chin will tuck to the chest and the navel will pull back towards the spine. And 3 more times. So as you flow through your cats and your cows, there's absolutely no pace to keep. You're simply riding the wave of your breath. And 2 more. Beautiful, feeling your spine lengthen and open, coming back to an imprinted neutral spine as you are ready. And we'll curl our toes under, finding your first downward facing dog. So if this is your first downward facing dog of the morning, congratulations. You get to open up those hamstrings and breathe into it. Spending 5 breath cycles here. So those deep inhales, those deep exhales. So lifting your hips really high to the sky and letting your heart melt down to the floor. The palms are open and pressing into the mat, and the wrist creases are parallel with the top of the mat. Drawing your heels to the mat and feeling lots of length throughout the backs of your legs. Your calves and your hamstrings elongate out. We'll spend 1 more breath cycle here, and then we're going to shift forward into our first plank. So your shoulders will come right above the palms of your hands, and the abs really engage. So Tara here has a perfect plank pose. In a plank, you think about drawing your low hip pointers up to your last rib. So it's kind of like you're tucking everything in your midline, and then she gets a nice puff and roundness in her back. 1 more breath, and then we'll exhale and ride the wave of your breath back to downward facing dog. Beautiful, 2 breaths here. Coming back to that length and finding your breath. At the bottom of your next inhale, take a slow little walk up to the top of your mat. Feet will come to meet the hands, and you can hang here in a forward fold. So you can take any variation you'd like in your forward fold. You can keep the hands reaching towards the ground, shoulders nice and relaxed away from the ears. You can also grab opposite elbow with opposite hand and just let the shoulders melt down away from the ears. So there's absolutely no tension in the head, the neck, or the shoulders. Another variation you can do is take a gentle rock side to side, kind of open up that side body, prepare for all the ab work. You guys don't even know that's coming yet. On your next inhale breath, we'll have you lengthen your arms down to the mat. As you exhale, we'll slowly peel up 1 vertebrae at a time. So starting with the tailbone and rolling up 1 vertebrae all the way until the crown lengthens to the sky. Beautiful. We'll inhale and reach the arms up overhead. Exhale and draw them to your forehead. The thumbs press into that 3rd eye. We close the eyes and we set our intention for our practice. Your intention can be 1 word, 1 phrase, anything that you want to focus on today. In the intensity of the poses, the word you can come back to, or coming back to simply the breath. We'll bring that same intention from our head down to our heart, Pressing the thumbs into the sternum. And we'll move through 4 rounds of Surya A. So I'll have you inhale as you reach up and look up. As you exhale, leading with your heart, reverse your swan dive all the way down to a deep forward fold. Inhale, pressing your fingers into something as you look forward. Exhale, reverse and step or float back through your first vinyasa. From chaturanga, we'll inhale and shine our heart in upward facing dog. We'll exhale to downward facing dog. Taking 1 deep breath in here to stay. As you exhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward past the thumbs, step or float to the top of your mat. We'll inhale and reach up halfway for length. Exhale to a deep forward fold. Now inhale and reverse the swan dive all the way up to stand. Unite the palms with fiery energy and draw them to your heart. We'll go again. Inhale as you reach up and look up. Beautiful. Exhale, reverse the swan dive all the way down to that deep fold. Good. Hands out to fingertips or shins. Look forward. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step or float back. Take your vinyasa. Inhaling through upward facing dog and exhaling through downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath in here to stay. Exhaling, lifting the heels, bending the knees deeply, looking forward, stepping or floating to the top of your mat. Inhaling halfway for length in the spine, exhaling to a deep forward fold. Now inhale with that same breath energy, reach up, rise up, unite the palms, exhale them back to your center. And one more time, we'll inhale as we reach up, look up, unite the palms strong. Now exhale with intention, dive forward, deep fold. Inhale, find some length in the spine. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale, shine the heart in up dog. Exhale through downward facing dog. Beautiful. 3 breaths. Coming back to your intention, coming back to the breath. So even if you lose sight of the intention, know that the breath is always there for you. It's always your stable, your center. Taking 1 more inhale to stay. At the bottom of your exhale, we'll lift your right leg up to the sky. Good. Find length. We'll bend the knee. And then drop that right heel over to your left side, like you're reaching your toes over towards your left hip, or maybe even toes up towards that shoulder, finding some space in the hip. Beautiful. Lengthen that right leg back up to the sky and step it between the hands, warrior 1. We'll reach up and rise up. So the back heel will spin down to the mat. You have a lot of activity in the back of your leg, and this back side of the foot, the blade edge of the foot really grounds into the mat. The shoulders will melt down and relax away from the ears. Strong in the core, strong in that forward lunge. 1 more inhale to stay. Good. We'll exhale and bring the hands to frame the right foot, stepping back to the top of your plank. 3 breaths. Again, finding that strong tuck of the low abs up towards the last rib. At the bottom of your exhale, ride the wave of your breath back to downward facing dog. We'll inhale and extend the left leg to the sky as you inhale. Exhale, bend the knee deeply, drop that left heel over to the right hip. Think about drawing those toes up towards the right shoulder. Find a big opening and stretch in that hip. And then on your next inhale, lengthen the left leg back to the sky. We'll bend into a knee and step that foot through to the top of your mat. The blade edge of the right foot spins down to the mat. Warrior 1, as you reach up, rise up on the inhale. Beautiful. So sinking into that lunge, finding your strong breath, and as always, when you need to, coming back to your intention. At the bottom of your next exhale, we'll bring the hands to frame the left foot. We'll bring that left foot back to meet your right at the top of your plank for 3 breath cycles. As you exhale, ride the wave of your breath back to downward facing dog. We'll shift forward into plank. And here's where the fun ab work comes into play. So I want you to step your feet out to frame your mat. Nice wide stance in your plank. Shift your weight over slightly to your left hand. Bring your right hand behind you. It comes to the low back. Beautiful. Now roll that right shoulder around back in line with the left. 3 breaths. This is where the ab-tastic mantra comes back into play. One more inhale. Exhale, set the right hand to meet the left. Hips go up and back high to the sky. Downward facing dog. One more inhale to stay. As you exhale, riding forward to that wide-legged plank. So the left arm will take up towards the front and then tuck it to your low back. Beautiful. Good. Roll that left shoulder around so it's back in line with the right and pull the abs in a lot. One more inhale to stay. Exhale, bring the left hand to meet the right and ride the wave of your breath back to that wide-legged down dog. So good, you guys. We'll step the feet together at the back of your mat. 3 breaths here, coming back to the intention. So we have some fire, some energy inside of us now. We're going to continue to build on that energy and build on that fire, feeding the flame. At the bottom of your next exhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward past the fingertips, step or float to the top of your mat. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up to those fingertips. Exhale, deep forward fold. Now with that intention, inhale and reach your arms all the way up and around to the sky. Unite the palms. Exhale, the hands come to the heart center. We'll inhale as we reach up and look up. This time as the palms unite, the heels will spin in just a little bit. We'll exhale, Utkatasana, your fierce pose. So you're squeezing the knees, the inner thighs together a lot, finding strength. Still working those hip pointers up to the low ribs, finding that ab engagement. One more inhale to stay. Now exhale, lowering all the way down to your seat. Yay, you're now in a boat Navasana pose. So from here, we're going to take 1 breath, and exhale, you can lie all the way back down on your mat. Beautiful. Finding a little relief. So we're going to bring our arms out to a T shape from our shoulders. The legs tuck up to a 90-degree bend at the knees. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let those legs drop over to your right side, finding a twist and breathing into it. So we'll let that left shoulder blade press back into the mat. Think about having even weight distribution between both shoulder blades, and the eyes can look over the left fingertips. So I encourage you here to still find that deep Ujjayi breath. So even in the twist, maybe when we think of having some constriction, try and take those full, deep, even breaths. At the bottom of your next exhale, we'll draw our legs back through center. Eyes come back to the sky. Taking a deep breath in, and as you exhale, we'll send the knees over to the left side. Right shoulder blade plugs into the mat, and your gaze goes over the right fingertips. So feeling the belly fully expand on the inhale breath, and then the abdominal muscles corset back around the ribs on the exhale breath. At the bottom of your next exhale, drawing your legs up to center and hugging those knees in tightly toward your chest, maybe adding a gentle shift side to side. Forehead can come to the knees in a tight, little tucked position if that's best for you. Whatever feels good to release and work into that back a bit. Beautiful. Okay, so let's get our ab work on. Your arms will elongate right alongside your body. Palms of the hands will open wide, so you have a big surface area to press into. We'll straighten the legs and shoot them up to the sky. So flexing the feet a lot, just like you're standing on the ceiling. We're going to take a deep breath in. Lengthen the right leg away from you, pushing through the heel. So drop that right foot down to the mat, and then exhale and pull it back up. We'll do the same on the left. Inhale as you drop it down. Exhale as you pull it up. Here we go. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, you're just starting to get warm, 17, 18, 19, here's 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, connecting with the breath, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. 10 more. Here we go. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. You made it. Hug the knees into the chest. Start to take some gentle rocks forward and back on that spine, and we'll meet back up in our Utkatasana, your fierce pose. So pop up, you can use the hands, not use the hands, whatever is best for you today. Deep bend into the knees. Again, engage that low belly, reach the arms to the sky. One more inhale. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart, straighten the legs, Samasthiti. Beautiful. Coming back to the breath, back to the intention of your practice today. We'll inhale and blink the eyes open. Reach the arms overhead on a deep breath in. Exhale, Utkatasana. Sink in, melt into those legs, strong and engaged in the core. One more inhale. Good, exhale, forward fold. Dive the hands forward. Reach your heart halfway through the spine for length. Good, bend the knees, plant the hands, step or float back, take your vinyasa. Shining your heart, pulling it through the shoulders as you open the back, and then exhale, downward facing dog. We'll inhale the right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, step it through between the hands. Inhale up, warrior one. So again, connecting that left blade edge of the foot to the mat. And then we'll exhale and bring the hands to frame the right foot. Step back and through your vinyasa. So your vinyasa can always be simply moving straight to your downward facing dog. We'll inhale the left leg to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, step the foot through between the hands. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. And exhale, hands frame the left foot, vinyasa. Feeling strong, feeling centered. Beautiful. Bending into the knees, lifting the heels, looking forward, stepping or floating to the top of your mat. Inhaling halfway for length in the spine. Exhale, deep forward fold. Reversing your swan dive all the way up. Unite the palms. And then exhale, dive right back into that Utkatasana. So strong. We'll exhale, reverse our swan dive to that deep forward fold. Step or float back, moving through your vinyasa. Beautiful. We'll inhale the right leg to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, step the right foot between the hands. Warrior one, inhale, reach up, rise up. We'll exhale and bring the hands to frame the foot, stepping back through vinyasa. And then inhaling left leg up to the sky. Reach long. Exhale, step through. Use your core as you pull that knee forward. Blade edge of the right foot spins down. Inhale, warrior one. And exhale, bring the hands to frame the foot. Moving back through your vinyasa. Taking one breath here. Exhale. Child's pose. Sinking in, melting in. On the next inhale, rolling forward onto all fours, curling the toes, lifting the hips back high to the sky, downward facing dog. We'll inhale the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, using your strong core, pull that knee forward. Good, inhale, lengthen it back up to the sky. Now exhale, take the right knee across to the right tricep. Yes, lengthening, finding that strength in the core. Inhale, lengthening, three-legged dog, and then pulling that right knee across to your left tricep on the diagonal. Inhale, lengthen the right leg back to the sky. Still using the core, bring that right knee, step the foot between the hands. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Your exhale breath will carry you to warrior two. Your inhale breath will return the right palm to the sky and reverse your warrior. Feather light touch on that left hand, slide it down and open that right side body, open the ribs, let the chest expand. Now we'll exhale out to our side angle. So you can find your right forearm on your right quadricep or the right hand inside the right foot's arch. Finding lots of length through that left side body, through the fingertips, all the way down the body to the heel. One more inhale to stay. Exhale using your strong core. Let it lift you up to that warrior two. Now straighten out of the lunge. Find your way to a straight-legged warrior two. And we'll reverse our triangle. Again, feather light touch on that left hand. Let it slide and melt down the hamstring. Now exhale, come back to the straight-legged warrior two. Reach out like you're reaching to the top of your mat and find your way to Trikonasana, your triangle pose. Still engaged in the core, pulling that left shoulder back in space as maybe the right shoulder slightly rolls under. One more inhale here. Exhale, let your left side body, your abs, carry you back up to the top of that straight-legged warrior. We'll cartwheel the hands to frame the right foot. Move through your vinyasa on the way to down dog, or simply step straight to down dog. Congratulations, your right side is done. You get to do it all again on your left. We'll inhale the left leg to the sky. Exhale, take the knee to the nose. Pull it through using the abs. Cat the back. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. We'll inhale, find length. And then exhale, pull that left knee across to the right tricep. Maybe give it a little kiss. We'll inhale to three-legged dog. Connect the core, cat the back. Pull that knee between the hands. Step the foot. Inhale, rise up. Warrior one. Your exhale breath will carry you to warrior two. Warriors equate to strength. Now feather light touch with the left hand. Rotate the palm to the sky and exhale, reverse the warrior. Let that right hand just melt down the back of the leg. We'll inhale and come back to our warrior two, and then exhale out to your side angle. So left forearm can come to left quad, or that left hand can come all the way down to the mat inside your left foot's arch. Finding length in that right side body, fingertips through the heel. Taking one more inhale to stay. Exhale, let the strong side body raise you up. Beautiful. Now straighten out of the lunge. Reverse through the triangle. Coming back to our straight-legged warrior, we'll reach to the top of our mat and find our way to our triangle pose. Using and riding the wave of the breath. As you exhale, coming back up through center, cartwheeling the hands to the mat, stepping back to down dog, or taking your vinyasa on the way there. Finding your way to child's pose. Breathing in. We'll inhale and make our way up onto all fours. Good. Slowly finding a seat and coming into a lying position on your mat, however is comfortable for you. Coming all the way down and then extending those legs out long on the mat. The palms of the hands will rotate to the sky. Closing your eyes, continuing the deep breath, listening to the breath, feeling the breath, coming back to the intention. So as you take these finishing moments for yourself, I hope you guys got a great ab workout in your flow today. Take as long as you'd like. Enjoy your time. Namaste.